What is up, everybody? Season 6, episode 5. I'm backwards again. I keep doing this as we jump into season 6, and we're full on in. And new first place. I can't believe somehow, some way, someone did you solve BovadaSportsbook.com, Mark? Did you figure it out completely?
I mean, if I could only hit a lock, I would have been swimming in units this week. But what an absolute great record. Trying to cool myself off here for you guys because I'm just very hot. I mean, 27-5-2 or 25-5-2. Just a great week. Back on top. And I'm gonna live it up right now because I know it's not gonna last long.
Well, that's most certainly true. But, I mean, undefeated in tennis, only one loss in college football, undefeated in baseball, one loss in the NFL. Well, two if you count the lock, which is unreal.
Huge.
It was the week of pushes, though. I mean, everybody pushed on the Eagles, Saints, and Valentina Shevchenko. It was all over the place. Matt, you kind of held – I mean, to be fair, the only person that did super bad was Mike, and he did so bad he didn't even show up this week.
Yeah, I agree. Mark, though, he's on an island all by himself right now. He's definitely he's on an island. There's not much we could do about it. Thank you for bringing the water down. Sorry, water boy. Just got me. Nice little fresh water guy. But, he's playing. He had a good round. Mike not being here is kind of ridiculous. Can't believe he didn't make it. I have not missed a show in 6 years, and this guy's just missing shows left and right. So.
Well, the worst part is the man gave us a personal hot tip for Monday Night Football, and boy, was that terrible.
What was the personal hot tip? This game's going to stink?
No, well, that's what it should have been, but the personal hot tip was the over. He said the over in Carolina and the Saints, they didn't score a touchdown until the second half.
You know what I didn't like that they were doing? I kept
games
getting
at the same time.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Buy a second TV, you poors. So I didn't like that. Every single one of us has multiple screens.
I know.
No, I mean that's not the
be able
point.
to pay attention to one game on Monday.
It's
night.
the prime time game.
Sorry, you couldn't pay attention to Steelers Browns or Saints Panthers at once.
That's a very good point.
You needed all your heart and soul into that Saints Panthers game that Greg just said did not score a touchdown until the second quarter.
Listen.
So.
The other game wasn't much better.
Yeah,
they scored, but they were both terrible games.
There was a touchdown on the first play of the game.
I understand, but it was still a bad game. It wasn't a great game. That's what I meant.
What I have to say, though, is I did not like that in the Panthers game, they kept putting the score in the top left corner of the Saints and Steelers game. And as I'm playing slots on my phone, I would look up and be like, wait, when did they score a touchdown? And, I could have swore I was watching the Saints game. And then I came to realize, I'm just not paying attention. So I didn't enjoy that. The NFL needs to fix that for next week.
All right, well, we'll let the NFL know. But we need to let everybody else know, the people tuning in, macronpicks.com, youtube.com/theunderdogs. Stop slapping the table.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It was a drum roll. I was excited.
With Mike not being here, we do have, we talked about hot tip, the original hot tip. Zed is in the building.
Oh, no, with no audio. What happened?
Oh, is he muted? Did he mute himself?
Muted himself. Wow.
Back in true fashion. Like I did with the very first episode I was on and muted myself. Hello, boys. I was letting you go and do your thing.
Unbelievable return to the show. I'm
glad to see that, since I left, I guess Mark went blind. I don't know what's going on with the glasses.
And sunglasses.
I look cool. I'm at the top of the leaderboard. I can do whatever I want.
That is true.
Last time I left, the show was in shambles. Everybody was negatives. I was in the lead with 0 units, and everybody's on the plus side. It's great.
Not everybody, but half of the show is, for sure. And if you count Chris's random picks that appear, he's in the positive, too. But it is nice to mix it up a little bit and have Zed back in for the week.
Yeah. I like it. Finally got it. You guys have been pretty steady for like 2 years now since I've been on. I know all the people listening and watching on youtube.com/theunderdog.
Oh.
I was once a very skinny, frail-looking guy. If you saw the last episode, the picture of me. And I've been just taking time off to like work out a little bit and beef up a little.
I will say I am very interested to see what the video edit looks like with the still frame picture that I'm sure will replace your head. So
Well, if he's beefed up, it's got to be like just a picture of like Grimace. He's like, yeah, I'm getting beefed up. Like,
I mean,
try-
I've
you're
been
saying
working
that-
on it.
You've been trying to get bigger, dude. Grimace was jacked.
We talking
Kind of
about
in the-
purple Grimace?
Grimace
is
has
there
always
another
been.
color Grimace?
I don't know any other Grimace. I just wasn't sure if he was beefed up.
Did you know Grimace used to have 4 arms?
I did know that.
Yeah.
That's
Can I not be Grimace?
You're going to be 4-armed Grimace.
4-armed Grimace might have to be the play.
I mean, producer Chris is definitely making me a fat Grimace now.
Let's put up a picture of Machamp with Zed's head on it and call it
Ooh.
a day.
Good old
Who's
Pokemon.
Machamp?
Pokemon, man, come on.
You and I used to go play Pokemon Go and Maniac all the time.
We did that once, and that was to walk to the bar.
We never caught a Machamp, but we caught a bunch of other things. Pokemon.
I caught a lot of things around Maniac. Weird.
Pokemon.
I just can't, like, whenever I think of Pokemon now, I think of that video where, like, he's just like, that's floor poop. Like, that's 3 floor poops. Oh, that's Pikachu. Everyone knows Pikachu.
I have no
That's
idea
Big
what
Dick
you're
D.
talking about.
You know that video, dude.
No, I don't.
I don't know
Why
any
is this-
floor poop videos.
This
What?
GIF is moving on my screen.
Don't.
That's Machamp. There he is.
It's
Yeah,
a
there he is.
4-arm Machamp.
But why is it moving when I just Googled it? And it's
don't know.
like,
I need to figure out, dude. There's been times the Switch, since we go back to speed running from last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do
do you have official time yet, Greg?
I know I haven't had a chance to really sit down and do it. But I will say I need to figure out a way to play the OG Pokemon games, like the Game Boy games. I
Well,
know
not owned by Nintendo, so
Well, that's the problem, right? Like that's the issue with them getting back into the world of the Nintendo Switch and those systems is tough.
So I forget
Well, here
what
we go.
website it is, but there was some website,
miniclip.com.
I don't
something.
think that
Maybe.
was it.
Nabisco
Oh,
golf.
Nabisco
I
World
need
Mini
Nabisco-
Golf.
I need Nabisco World Mini.
Oh,
Dude, you
Golf.
can't play it anywhere. You
I know,
can't find
it's
it
just
anywhere.
gone.
Icebreakers level.
There was
Yeah,
some
dude,
website that had
Icebreaker.
every single Nintendo game on it. Like any game you wanted, any Game Boy, any Sega game, anything you wanted to play, it was on this website. And I played Pokemon Red for an entire year, or I guess half a year in criminal justice class in college.
First of
It was
all,
great.
it's Pokemon Blue for life. If you got it,
It's
red, you're
it's
out.
always have been and always will be Pokemon Blue.
I was Pokemon Blue when I was younger. I had Pokemon Blue, so I tried the red this time to see if it was
If there
any
was
different.
difference.
Yeah, I was like, did they just
Well,
get us? Did
The
they
big
get
difference
us?
is the color. It's the color.
Nobody hired Mark as a lawyer. He's doing Pokemon in criminal justice class. Like, if somebody steals your Pokemon, you can hire.
Newsflash said, I'm not a lawyer.
Mark wakes up in the middle of the night and he's like, "I'm gonna sue you, Pikachu." What the hell?
Listen, Your Honor.
Detective Pikachu is real life, all right?
Your Honor, you can clearly see that this is an Onyx. It is not in any way an Ekans. It's only an Onyx.
Ah, nerd.
I like Snorlax.
I was about to say Zed kind of looks like Snorlax.
Oh wow!
I mean,
I've been
now-
beefing
now
up. I'm
you're just-
cultivating mass.
Yeah,
just giving
sleeping a
all the
lot.
ideas.
Cultivating mass. It's time to start farming it and turning it into muscle.
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. But yeah, fellas, I mean, it's exciting. I feel like now we're kind of really into the swing of the NFL season. College football conference play, getting ready to to kick off this week, and not just like the random one-off games, but the full-on conference schedule starting. The Saturday slate is just unbelievable. So I say we dive right into it, and let's dig into college football a little bit on Bovada and see what kind of gems we can find, especially since Mr. Hot Tip is back in the building. You know what? I think we have to give the honors. We have to give the honors to Zed to start us off here.
And I'll take it, Greg. The hot tip of the week, baby. Ole Miss money line against Alabama. That's my lock of the week. We are taking him down 8 years ago to 2 days ago. What the hell? Chad Kelly. Chad Kelly. I bet.
Oh no.
Chad Kelly took down Alabama in the big house. I don't know why they played in Michigan, but we are going to win. We are going to win this game. I want the money line. I want the +7. I want it all. Give me this game. We finally get back. We are ranked 15th in the nation right now. We'll be a top 10 team by the end of this week, and I am so excited for Saturday. 3:30. See you at Vaught Stadium.
See you there.
You're gonna jump up to the top 10 after beating the number 13th ranked team in the country.
Yeah, dude.
That's completely logical. Yeah.
Yeah, very reasonable.
And they're also so your lock of the week is them +210 on Bovada, and you have them +6.5 -110.
Yes, sir, I do. And give him to me +7.5 as well.
Well, what's the number?
And
on that?
I'm not looking it up.
I mean,
you don't do that.
all right.
7.5 is -145 if you want it.
Put it on the card. It's Ole Miss.
I knew
week,
you
baby.
did. I knew you did.
Is 8.5 on there?
Of course it is, Matt.
Give me all the way down from 6.5 to money line. I want all that.
It's money line.
So you want to go
5.5, 4.5.
So hold on, 8.
All right, so it only goes to 5.
All right.
It only goes to 5.
So
All
it
right,
goes-
then give me 8.5. 8.5 to 5.5.
All right, so 8.5 and 8 are both -150.
That's a soccer bet.
6 is +105. This is ridiculous, by the way.
Really?
Plus 5.5 is +110.
I can't believe you're doing all the work for me.
And I mean, you wanted these picks, and we got to get these numbers somehow.
I could have
+5.
just made Greg look it up later, like I do on most of my bets.
Yeah, but Greg has.
I guess
stuff to do.
Mikey usually does that work.
It is
for me.
typically Mike. Which shout out Mike for I had to do all the stats this week, and boy is that a pain in the ass. So
How did I have such a good week and not hear anything about it on Twitter or X or whatever it's called? But anyway, the last one is +5 +115.
That X website. You gotta watch what you type in your browser sometimes with that one.
very accurate, very very accurate.
I mean, how about these algorithms on some of these social?
We can't even really. That is,
Some of the stuff that comes up on social media is just wild. Your phone's got to be listening in, or
Facebook
I'll
is a
tell you who-
dumpster fire.
Sometimes when the algorithm knows what your wife's profession is, it comes up with some weird returns.
I mean, it really must. It really must.
but you know what?
Whew.
Honestly, not to change the subject, but just feed me this weather too. It's so nice out. I love
Pump
this
it in me.
cool weather.
Just pump it right into me.
Dude, I'm pumped about it. It's awesome. Feed it to me. It's football
All right.
weather,
Jesus Christ.
All right, I have football picks. Speaking of football weather,
Oh yeah, let's go.
Zed, you can go next. It was
I'm glad we
your
threw you the
honor
honors. Glad we threw you the honors. We
for
were
Matt to have
ran.
10 picks.
It's Ole Miss week. Nobody cares about Zed being back.
I'm
It's
on
Ole Miss-
Alabama. I'm on Bama -6.5.
It's Bama week.
Are you
I
really?
love
Mark?
that because Mark's not going to have 2 good weeks in a row. Just like his golf game, not 2 good shots in a row.
Dude, I don't want to tell you what I did on the front and the back of my last round. Ugh.
I don't want to know about your front and back. All right, Zed. Tell us about your score this weekend, Zed. Zed broke 100 for the first time, but the other way.
You talking about the front or the back?
Whoa.
All right, so I got Ole Miss +6.5 also mine because I knew Matt's a boy. I'm in.
I am a boy.
I also got I got Baylor +14.5. Matt's talking top 10. Texas number 3. I don't like their guy. He got Quinn
Matt Rule?
Ewers. No, Queen Ewers sounds
Like-
disgusting.
They're talking
But-
about Baylor's coach.
That's your reasoning. It sounds disgusting, so I'm out.
No. Texas last week too. They won by 21, but they had to go and score 21 in the fourth quarter to win by 21. They have not been good. Baylor, 2 weeks
Don't
ago,
say they haven't been good. They beat Alabama a couple weeks ago.
Bama's looking softer every week, which means by 1 week. But Baylor 2 weeks ago also kept right in with Utah. So I think Baylor's covering that 14 and a half.
14 and a half. All right.
And fun fact, I'm a math guy. Baylor's 8-2-1 against the spread in the last 11 as underdogs.
I love it. I forgot that Zed actually researches a lot of what he brings to the table, which is
It's
great.
so lame.
Got to bring stats.
I have mine and Mike's picks, and there's a couple that match up right off the bat that are we have the same. It's Wisconsin minus 5.5, minus 110, and Texas A&M minus 7.5, minus 110 on Bovada. Mark, I'll go to you.
All right, so this line speaks to me because it's a weird one. Florida State at Clemson is a 1.5-point favorite. I don't think Clemson should be only 1.5-point dog. I feel like that number should be way higher. Clemson does not look great this year. So I'm going to double dip on Clemson here. I mean, I'm a Clemson guy anyway, but that's a weird line. Florida State looks good. Don't know why Clemson's, plus 105 and plus 1.5, minus 110. But I'm going to jump on it. It worked for me last week with Florida. So going to do it again here.
You and Mike thinking alike. He's not double dipping, but he is on the Clemson plus 105 money line. And I'm not. I mean, I think the line's as low as it is in that situation because of how Florida State closed out that game against BC. BC's not a good team in any way, and they almost gave up a very decent lead to them. So that's my only thought process.
Florida State money line.
Oh, okay. So what is it?
Minus 125.
I see what Matt's doing.
No, Florida State's actually a good football team.
That's what I'm saying. This line should be way bigger.
You're probably
I
not
like
wrong.
is that how this, I like just chiming in without even giving reasoning. Like, yeah, give me Kentucky minus 13.5.
I said they're a good football team.
All right, Zed's got Kentucky minus 13.
What else do you need? I said they're good. I said they're a good football team. Do I have to back it up?
Stats, baby, stats.
Yeah, I'm over here doing theorem. I know what I'm doing.
You look like you're on a movie set. Was that a green screen behind you?
Look, I'm in space. Ooh.
Yeah.
Did
you forget to turn your background on? What's going on?
Yeah, my bad. I forgot about that. I don't know if my computer does backgrounds.
Don't try it now before we break something mid-show.
I don't think. Here, let me try.
I'm on I'm on that Kentucky minus 13.5 as well, minus 115 at Bovada. I got a couple big favorites. I'm on Oklahoma minus 14.5, minus 110, and Oregon minus 21, minus 110. Mike's also on the Oregon train, minus 21, minus 110.
Give me Colorado.
I don't think
Colorado.
I don't think it's
Should have
a
said
huge
he's on the
indictment
Oregon Trail.
I don't think it's a huge indictment on the Colorado team, but missing Travis Hunter, I think, is going to matter a lot in that game. But
Colorado's getting indicted?
No.
Oh.
I'll put
I do like the over 70 in that game as well, minus 110. Gonna see some.
Is it on the card? You just like it?
No, it's on the card. That's what that means, Ed. Listen to the episodes and maybe you'll see.
Oh man!
I thought you were a value boy. You're going for minus numbers now. You're looking for value normally.
He's playing it safe after a big week. It's classic.
Classic new defense. Defense 2.0.
It's new defense.
An
He's
absolute challenge.
It's week 4 and he's trying to run the clock out.
Defense model 2.0.
We got 15 weeks left, and he's like trying to run the clock out right now.
got my
He's 50 years
sunglasses
from
on.
retirement.
They're mirror sunglasses, so.
Yeah, I can see some of the tabs open on your computer screen.
Mike's
Why are you looking up?
Is that Twitter or is that X? Okay, yeah.
Mike's on TCU.
When I type it, there's not that many letters after X, but before the .com.
Minus 110. I'm going to just pass right over that one. I'm on Maryland minus 7.5, minus 110. I'm on Miami minus 23.5, minus 110 because Temple stinks. Matt, what else you got in college football?
They got a nice big win.
We're past it, but I should have also said I think there's only one X. But I'll take
the next letter is not a V. The next letter is not a V normally.
I'll take Troy -3.5, -105.
Minus 105 for you, Mark. What else you got? And I'll go to you in a second.
H-I-O. Ohio State -3, -120. I'm going to double dip on them as well. -165 money line. I think they're better than Notre Dame, even though Notre Dame actually looks like they got a quarterback this year.
All right. Sam Hartman. Zed, show me where the money is.
Well, I'm not on video, so you can't see it. But I got Arkansas plus 18 against LSU. They took them. They lost 13-10 last year. They just lost to BYU by a touchdown last week. They're going to keep it tight.
Oh my God.
It has moved to 17.5 now on on Bavard.
Moving lines. Moving lines.
Are you looking up?
Give it to me.
You looking up past scores to make these picks?
I do all kinds of research over here.
It's all by feel.
People graduate, Zed. They move on. They transfer. So these teams are different.
Mark,
apparently not on this show. You guys have been here for like 6 years.
Mike's also on that Ohio State -3.5, and me and him have two matching picks. The Beavers of Oregon State -2.5, -110, and the Nittany Lions -14.5, -110. I'm also on the Oregon State money line -140. But you mentioned that Ohio State Notre Dame game. I can't believe it, but I'm going with the Irish plus 3.5 -115, and then on the money line double dip plus 140. This is a year where I think they can actually go against Ohio State, and Ohio State is vulnerable to lose this game to them. I think Sam Hartman's the best quarterback on the field in that game, and I think it can really show.
I don't. Kyle McCord is a fantastic
not
quarterback.
Very good as an NCAA
He's a fantastic quarterback, and he has a fantastic wide receiver, both from the same school. They both went to St. Joe's Prep, great state champs of Pennsylvania normally. But yeah,
were they the first ones in the PCL to win a state championship?
They were the last ones. I didn't
not
know
the first ones though.
Oh, we live in the past now.
Do people not remember Vince Lombardi?
No, never heard of him.
Nah.
Matt,
my point stands.
I didn't realize they were giving out. Oh, it is Hershey bars, not Crone bars, to the champs.
First of all, getting really into suits lately, so I'm just gonna carry around folders.
I was like, "What is he pulling out right now?"
No idea what you were talking about.
Have you guys watched Suits?
No.
It's literally absurd. They'll walk over, they'll hand somebody a folder with like 50 pages inside. They'll read it for 2 seconds, and they'll be like, "This is gonna blow the case wide open." It's like, you didn't read that, sir. Like, it's a good show though. Besides that, I want real lawyers.
Wait, do they step up and take the sunglasses off? Like,
my God. Oh my God.
Johnson, you just cracked it wide open.
But they win every week. These are my guys. I'm taking Syracuse -5.5. I'm not -545.
So you're taking the money line?
Money line. They haven't let me down yet. Syracuse is my team of the year.
So Syracuse -545 for you, Matt. Mark, what else you got in college football?
Nada. I'm all done in college football.
Mike closed out. Mike is also on Ole Miss +6.5 -110. I can't remember if I mentioned that or not. I have a bunch. I'll run through them. UCLA +5 -110. Wyoming -3 -105. UNC -7.5 -105. Washington, who's a juggernaut, -20.5 -115. And then late night on Island, Hawaii -3 -110. Matt, do you have anything else in college football, or are we good to roll through?
No, I think I got one more. I like Air Force -210 over San Jose State. They've been losing a lot recently. They lost a giant fighter jet, so I don't think they lose this game. I don't know if it was the Air Force, by the way. It might have been like just the Army,
the Navy, someone,
Space Force.
Could have been Space
like
Force.
I saw a video of it with the crap. Like that thing was nuts. It was just flying
by itself.
It's like a good news, bad news situation. It's like, wow, nobody can detect this thing. It's that good. Bad news, we're out $80 million.
Dude, speaking of like weird flying things, have you guys seen the Elon Musk thing, the satellite in the sky? Have you seen that recently?
I don't usually look up.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've seen
Is
this
this
thing.
back on the X discussion about things? Or?
He has his rockets that go up into space, right? Or satellites or something. I don't know. But there's now twice I've seen these rockets going up, and I swear I thought that I was being visited by aliens. Once it was during the day with a bunch of like cloud smoke coming through.
Aliens ain't visiting Delco.
You know, people walking around in Delco,
They don't know. They don't know.
They ain't gonna go there and be like, "Wow, like this is
nice.
just us. This
Yo,
is just us."
These people look weirder than we do. We're out of here.
Yeah. Now I know why we haven't come back for 5,000 years. Place sucks.
All right.
Anyways, Landmark, go ahead.
No,
I think even Delco, they really like
wait,
yeah, I'm so funny.
What do they
Story's
actually
over.
look like in this? I don't go outside.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
Oh
Who gives
my
a shit?
God.
I mean, who cares at this point?
Why? Why?
Oh, cool. They wear wife beaters like
Fun
us.
of me the entire episode.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Because I said aliens aren't gonna visit Delco. This is where this is stemmed from.
This is where the line's been drawn.
It's fine.
The line is.
It's always Delco. It's always was, always has been, always will be Delco versus the world.
That's why aliens ain't coming. It's just not the universe.
Seems like the universe at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, regardless, I guess we're not gonna.
Give me Hawaii -3 also. If they're on the island, give me -3.
All right, Hawaii -3 for Zed. I will
They're not on
say
the
though,
island.
yes, they. Pretty
Greg's sit on
confident.
the island.
I'm
Always
pretty
been Hawaii
sure
on
they
the
are.
island.
It's the 1 a.m. game, so I'm pretty confident that's the case. I
1
will
a.m.
say.
bedtime?
Shut up! No.
Mark looks so upset.
I'm not gonna be able to keep doing the show unless.
I mean, aliens can
come
visit
back in.
Delco. All right, I take it back. I take
Sorry,
it back.
Mark.
if
Are you watching the
aliens,
Sun versus the Lynx game?
Did you guys talk about? I mean, did you talk about the little aliens revealing the Mexican government?
First
We
of
didn't
all, it's
bring
a
it
cat.
up.
Second of all, nobody cares. Third of all,
Well, we're on the alien. All right, whatever.
does Connecticut have like a monopoly over like whatever font that is? Because the Connecticut women's team in the WNBA uses the same font as the University of Connecticut's team on their jerseys.
does it really?
Yeah,
I
it's the
haven't
same
seen
exact
it.
font.
Huh.
And it's only one sun instead of multiple suns.
All right.
And
Well,
no one else
aliens. All right.
no one else watching the WNBA?
not at the moment. Let's get into some Major League Baseball, fellas. We have like a week and a half left in the regular season. The Phils are flying. Mark, big dub today. Nola Day.
Great win for me and my favorite players. The guys that represent Delco, like Nicky Castellanos and his unbuttoned shirt.
He's not from
He
Delco.
lives in like South Jersey.
I just said
South
he
Africa.
repped Delco. If there's anyone on the Phillies team that looks like they could be from Delco, it's the guy that has
Garrett
his shirt
Stubbs.
unbuttoned. Garrett,
Yeah.
no, Garrett Stubbs.
The guy looks like an alien. Yeah.
Whatever.
It all comes
But
full circle.
Castellanos 2 home runs today. The spin throw to end
That was
the ninth inning.
incredible.
I was
When-
agreeing with Kruk to let it drop.
Dude, Kruk
But
was
it worked out. It worked
Kruk
out.
was freaking out. Don't catch it. But what a spin throw.
Did you hear Kruk tell that story about losing his cell phone?
No, but
He lost his cell phone, and then some other guy saw a guy who in his pocket had 2 phones. And the guy was like, "Hey, do you always have 2 phones?" And he's like, "Oh no, like I don't know why I have 2 phones." It's like that Kruk, that guy stole your
Yeah,
phone.
that guy definitely stole that
Like,
phone.
like, that's not like he 100% stole your phone. He didn't just actually have 2 phones in his pocket. Like,
yeah, for sure. But craziest stat I heard today kind of blew my mind. The Phil's magic number for the playoffs is 7. I know you just said that there's only a week and a half left in the season, but it's still like kind of hit me that playoffs are right
a
here.
lot of baseball.
Oh, it's magic number time, dude. Teams are clinching, and it's
Well, yeah, I mean the Braves had a 17-game lead though, so like they clinched a week and a half ago.
Is anyone else clinched?
yeah. Somebody else clinched.
Can Kansas City.
No.
No, definitely not Kansas
It was like
City.
right around the same time the Braves clinched. Maybe it was the Dodgers or someone.
Yeah, the Dodgers, I think, clinched.
That might be who it was. But yeah, I mean we're getting into the nitty gritty time for Major League Baseball and
The nitty-gritty.
Orioles and the Rays.
No, Orioles and the Rays,
they both-
that wouldn't be clinched yet.
They both clinched spots in the playoffs, but they didn't clinch
Okay,
like,
that's
division
what I'm
or whatever.
thinking.
Because they're like neck and neck for that division, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
That's what you're thinking? You mean that's what you Googled?
Yeah.
You have not watched one
We
AL.
definitely hear the clicking too, Zed.
Oh, really? Because I don't have the fancy mics like you, so I'm surprised you could pick it up.
As you're
Fancy Mike
searching.
took off this week.
Listen, I can almost hear every line of Bob's Burgers in the background, Zed. So
It's on mute.
I'm on the Phillies though. Speaking of -170 at Bovada tomorrow night, very excited to get the Mets in town and just hopefully sweep them out to close out the season series. So
give me a little double dip on that. I'm gonna take them -170, and I'm gonna take them -1.5 plus 120. Even though the Mets are doing us a little favor right now and beating down on the Marlins.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, what do you have in baseball?
Toronto Blue Jays plus 117 over the New York Yankees. The Yankees are in shambles. They need to trade Giancarlo Stanton. Braxton Berrios is pitching for the Jays, so I like them this week.
I was gonna get to this, but I don't know if it'll play. I don't know if you'll be able to really tell on my phone.
I'm on the Yankees. While you find that, I'm on the Yankees just because it's Garrett Cole on the mound.
This morning, and you probably can't tell. It's not the best picture in the world, but getting the kids in the car this morning. Two Mr. Blue Jays hanging out on my gutter, pulling leaves out of it. Looking, you got to pick the Blue Jays in that one. Plus 170.
The Blue Jays are in the gutter. Give me the Yankees.
I'm on the Yankees -140. I feel happy about that.
I don't like that the Blue Jays were in the gutter. That's one of those. That's a sign.
Greg is not reading that sign correctly.
Yep.
Well, I'm on it. Blue Jays plus 117. So is Mike. Mike's also on the Cardinals -119 and the Phillies. Zed, are you in baseball at all?
Yeah, if I had enough time to Google everything here, I'll just do what you normally do. I got Brewers money line -101. I got the Tigers plus 1.5 at plus 105, and I'm just going Phillies money line -170.
I like it. We're getting chippy on the podcast. Everybody's taking shots. Mark quit the show for part of it for a second. This is the dynamic we've been looking for.
We've been definitely looking for it, Greg. We've been looking for it.
I hate you. I really do. Do you have anything else in baseball before we move on?
Nah, I'm good. You're a butternut squash.
I don't even understand that.
It's not the comment we were looking for, Matt. It's not the comment.
I'm also on that Brewers pick at -101. I'm on that Cubs -168, and I have the Dodgers lines just not up yet at Bovada, but we'll find it in the morning. So, Mark, you good in baseball?
Ray Filet. Give me the Rays -250. Also taking them -1.5, -110.
What were you singing?
It's from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I guess you guys haven't seen it yet, but it's Ray
Is
Filet.
that with Sally Jeffe, Michelangelo?
yeah.
Sally Jeffe.
Sally, what was it? Sally Jesse?
Jesse?
Yeah.
Sally
I sent you
Jesse,
that meme. I'm the one who sent you that meme, you idiot. You didn't give me credit
did you?
last week. Yeah.
That's great.
I will say though, Mark, if you vouch for that movie, the last time it was when Matt was on he wasn't on vacation. I don't know where he was. He said because he's been on every show for the last 6 years. Super Mario Brothers movie was I enjoyed that very much after that show.
Ooh, it's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
so I
that's
think
how,
it's
that's how
there
I
too.
that's how
What's
I
on
watched
Paramount
it.
Plus?
The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon movie. It's got Seth Rogen in it. It's got like Rose Byrne's in it as well. She plays
Rose Byrne?
Yeah, Rose Byrne.
No, I don't know who that is.
Why?
Yeah, you do.
Who the heck is
Why-
Rose Byrne?
The girl from Neighbors. That's in Neighbors with Seth Rogen.
Next.
So what is this? Just in the world of Neighbors? Is Zac Efron in it?
Yes.
No, I love
No, he's not in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Zac Efron's in
Teenage
Neighbors.
Mutant Ninja Neighbors.
So
We
the
got it.
neighbors live next to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You know, I
Yeah.
don't like my last pick in baseball is the Yankees Phils
Stealing all my
Rays
pizza.
parlay plus 281. You know, I hate when you guys just make me do like the just move on and talk. But
I didn't
just-
say just move on.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
No, I didn't. Who said just move on?
Move on.
Mark, did you say plus 281?
plus 281.
281.
Two.
All right.
Terrell Owens.
2 Terrell Owens. That's Yankees, Phillies, and Rays all together.
Ray
right.
Filet.
Then are we good? Are we good in baseball then, everybody?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll quickly touch on tennis here because I don't have any picks and I don't know how much research old Zed did in the world of tennis, but I guess we'll go there next. So, Mark, you can start with tennis because my guess is you actually have some picks.
Yeah, I'm going to take Tatiana Maria. I'm going to take her even money against Yulia Putintseva. And I'm also going to take Magda Linette minus 130 against Rebecca Masarova.
All right. Let me see. I don't think Mike put any tennis in. Yeah, I don't
No
see
tennis?
any, which is surprising for a value boy. But Matt, do you have anything in tennis?
Not this week, Greg. I'm taking. I don't. The tennis in Chengdu is not really what I like.
Works for me. Zed, anything in tennis?
I was actually going to say, you know me, I love current events, so what would not be a current event if I didn't bet the ATP Chengdu? How do you do?
Hold on. What you just showed the screen? Did you type up all your research?
I always do.
Did you type up a script? This is an
All right, tell me
unscripted
my
show.
picks.
I mean,
Tell me my
Unscripted
picks.
show.
preparation.
I have a
Imagine being
question.
prepared for the show.
He
I have a
prepared
question.
more for this one episode than Matt has
Hold
in
on.
6 years.
I have a question. How many written jokes do you have? Because I know there's more than one. I know there's more than one.
One.
Yeah. Okay.
There's at
Where
least
is it?
there's at
I've been
least four.
I've been needing to work out for a while. Get
I'm
bigger.
the beef. Shaq's Treehouse.
Yeah.
Fans.
I was gonna bring-
Just all the callbacks.
He's
just
got
ruined
all
my
the
Zell jams.
callbacks. He makes it
Zell
seem
j-
so natural, but they're all in his little folder.
Zell Jans was last week. I was not on the show. Zell Jans was not around when Shaq's Treehouse was around.
But now we have to deem the show partially scripted. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Jeez. We
I
just
don't know.
entered
Also-
fiction. We entered
also-
fiction.
If you can hear me clicking to go look at Bovada and do research while we're doing the show right now, you all yell at me for clicking. I gotta print my picks out. I print my picks out. Well, whatever. Where's my tennis? I got Chengdu. Where does it say? Some people would call this their lock of the week. I'm not going to say lock of the week, but this guy locks it up every week, all day. Benjamin Lock, plus 5.5, minus 115 against Miomir Kegmanovic. It's tomorrow at 3:45 in the morning, so I don't know who's watching this thing, but he just won his qualifier today in a 2-double sweep, 6-3, 7-6 in 2 sets. So plus 5.5, he's good.
Dude, Zed sounds like he looked up the pronunciations of these names too, like Miomir Kekmanovic. Like he said
Of course,
Not
you
the-
sound
like
stupid when you say it, so
Florida.
I wrote a phonetic spelling out of it. Where is it?
You sound stupid when you say it.
He's
There
got
it
the
is.
name written, and then right next to it in parentheses.
It's
There it is.
phonetic. There it is.
Kekmanovic, where the fuck is it?
I see it.
Sorry. Where is it?
38.
Oh, that's so funny.
Lock it up, Benjamin Lock.
You got it. You got it
All right,
right.
are we good? Are we good then in tennis?
Little peek behind the scenes for everybody. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All the people that are going to see it on YouTube on MattCronePicks.com.
This show
If
has
you want to
never
see
been-
me sitting in my basement right now with 2 windows and Steve the Lizard next to me,
That's not your basement. That's the room off the front door.
and what's that?
That's
That
a
is-
lizard. That is a
That's a
lizard.
lizard.
That is-
I can confirm there is
It's,
a
it's
lizard.
lizard
one
that I
truth
gave-
and one lie. Always how it is from Zed.
I gave him his name.
Oh,
Let's go to soccer. Champions League firing off all week this week. There was Europa League. Mark, where are you going in the world of soccer to start?
I mean, shout out to the Gunners. What a return to the Champions League today. 4-0 win. I'm going to we can't go to the Champions League because they're not playing again until October. But we do have the Europa League, like you said. Liverpool, I'm going to take them minus 305. You know they're going to start a little parlay here for me. So they're going to be first, and then you can hop around and come back to me.
Who do they have in that game?
They got LASK Linz.
LASK Lens. LASK Lens.
Lescu?
And you said they're
Yeah.
minus what? 3?
Minus 305. Very big favorites, but that's what happens in Europa.
Yeah,
That's what
I
happens
know.
when you go up really big last week and just do safe picks. Take minus 305 picks.
me and Mike.
It's how I'm a 3-time champion. I know it.
Me and Mike are on a couple of the same picks. Crystal
Now you're
Palace
proud of me.
against Fulham minus 110 at Bovada, and Man U against Burnley minus 135. Mike's last soccer pick it's a big one. It's Tottenham plus 320 against Arsenal. He hasn't hit one of these yet on any of these big underdogs that he's been trying to grab week after week. But it wouldn't shock me if he gets one sooner rather than later. My last two picks in soccer are the Wolves of Wolverhampton taking on Luton. They're plus 115. Luton's just been a punching bag. And then Man City, Nottingham Forest over 3.5 plus 102. Matt, what do you have in soccer?
Man City, both those picks, money line and the line. And then I have oh, never mind. It's not until October 4th.
Check the script. Check the script.
Man City money line versus Nottingham Forest, just for the record, is minus 675, and then Man City minus 2.5 is minus 105 versus Forest. So, yikes. Zed, anything in soccer?
Yeah, I'm actually with you on the Wolves, but I got them at minus a half at minus 115. For a little like math and research that I definitely know off the top of my head is Wolverhampton's 3 points ahead of Luton Town, but they've also scored 3 times as many goals while they've both given up the same amount of goals, which means Wolves are scoring a lot. And then also, I always bring a fun kind of like stupid name thing to the podcast normally.
Yeah, it's Chris.
So for this one, I suck at soccer. You suck at soccer. I got the soccer suck parlay this weekend. It's the soccer under corner kicks, SUCK, the suck parlay. Everybody knows it and they love it. I got under corners. They're all 9.5 corners and under. And the Chelsea game under 9.5 corners. The Man City game under 9.5, and the Arsenal under 9.5. Parlay them all together, plus 883. The suck parlay.
What are the actual individual lines, Zed?
Chelsea's plus 110, Man City's plus 108, and Arsenal's plus 125, all under 9.5.
And what does the parlay pay again?
Plus 883.
Plus 883.
You know what? Give me all 3 of them individually too.
Oh God! So
I'll suck it all at the same time. Plus 110.
So
plus
Chelsea,
110.
Aston
Chelsea
Villa under 9.5. Plus 110. Man City, Nottingham Forest under 9.5 is what?
Plus 108.
Plus 108, and then the Arsenal Tottenham
is plus 125.
Plus 125.
Soccer under corner kicks parlay.
The suck parlay. Something
in England they call it football. They call it football.
You're so stupid. Mark, what else?
Go there.
That was funny.
What else?
That was really funny.
This is you trying to get me kicked off the show again.
What else do you have, Mark, in soccer?
So I'm going to stay in Europa for a couple picks here. To finish up my parlay, I got Roma against. Hold on, sorry, I got Roma against Sheriff Tiraspol minus 210, And I'm taking Rangers against Real Betis at plus 145. That comes back at plus 380, that parlay. My last pick in the Europa is a shout out to the homeland and the Pops. Rakov Chenstahova is plus 1,000.
That
The
can't
Church
be.
has a soccer team?
I was gonna say.
They do. Rakov Chenstahova plus 1,000 against Atalanta. Playing on the 21st tomorrow at 3 p.m. Look out for them. They got the Chadna Madonna with them. So hopefully they'll pull out a miracle for me and get me 10 units.
So
Diego Maradona.
Also a saint.
Okay, so plus 1,000 on the money line for you there. All right, are we good in soccer then, or do you have anything else?
Yeah, I'll just get my two. I have two Premier League picks. I'm going to take Arsenal minus 140, and I'm also on Wolverhampton with Zed at plus 115.
Plus
No suck for
115.
you? No suck action?
No, I'm out on the football under corner kicks.
All right. Oh, all right.
All right, let's get out of soccer before we get ourselves in trouble. Mr. Hot Tip had me add in a little hot tip here in the World Cup of Rugby this weekend.
Who you taking?
I can't wait to
Gullersford?
hear it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
That is hot. You guys have been dropping fake hot tips.
Sound? Did you just
that's
record
hot.
a random person saying that's hot?
That was Will Smith.
So funny.
Is that from the Hot Ones podcast?
No, I feel like that's from the Shark Tales.
That was Will Smith. I don't know. It just says that's hot. The original. I don't know what it's from.
the original? That's hot.
At least it's the original.
Yeah, it's not the remix.
No, well, like Greg said, like rugby's been going on. I can't believe it wasn't on the pod. Mikey was side texting 2 weeks ago, and he got crushed betting it from some fake hot tips. So I'm glad I could bring the real tip back to the boys. As you know, definitely not Uncle Brian. Somebody I know played USA rugby team. But either way, Samoa is taking on Argentina. They're
For
plus
USA?
30. He did for a couple of years, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, he's been in like 20 countries playing rugby.
I love that he yelled at a guy on the golf course thinking it was me the other day. So, well, I wonder who that guy was and what he thinks of Brian now.
He was like, "Hey, Crone!" This guy looked at him and was like, "It was not Matt."
It was actually a woman, so I feel bad for her.
Also, like calling somebody a crone is not necessarily a good thing. Like,
Yeah, that too. It means old woman.
yeah.
Hot tip: Samoa of Argentina plus 13 points, minus 105.
Nice,
Oh.
the hottest of tips.
They got 7 prior people from the All Blacks team, which is the New Zealand national team, which is like the best team in the world. They're guys that when they retire, they still go beat other countries' teams when they're like 40 years old. They got 7 people on Samoa. Take them, they're smashed.
That's pretty incredible.
It's
I'm on
7
Wales.
people?
I'm on Wales minus 106 against Australia in their matchup.
Rugby
all right,
sevens is sweet.
Ooh.
Rugby sevens is.
Wait, isn't the Wales Australia? What did you say? Was it 7?
I'm taking the money line minus 106 for Wales.
Oh yeah, I think that's like a draw match, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Like plus a half point. Okay, that's a tight match.
Sure.
I will say that he gave me a mini hot tip. He did like Australia in that one, but I didn't want to give that one out.
Oh, well,
So
thanks
we'll
for telling
see.
me
Head
that
to head.
before I give out the Wales pick.
Head to head, yeah.
Let's go to the UFC, fellas. We had a very weird decision, split draw in a title fight over the weekend as Alexa Grasso retained her title. But now we move on to another UFC fight night headlined by Rafael Fiziev and Mateusz Gamrot. Mike has a ton of picks in the UFC, or at least a decent amount here. I don't even want to start with. I'm going to start with Mizuki Inoue minus 315 for Mike. It's all building into a parlay. His girl Marina Rodriguez minus 325. The third is a name urchin, Muhammad Usman minus 150.
Did
Parlay
you have
those
to
three together plus
pronounce it like that?
187. What?
Like you had to like really put the words in like urchin. You like ugh.
What?
Ugh. Just say it normal, all right? We're
I
not
did
fighting
say it
about it
normal.
anymore, but you don't have to be like urchin. Just
Listen.
talk normal.
Let's ask Zed what he thinks.
Yeah, Seth.
Zed, what do you got for us?
All right, thank you, Zed.
Matt, what do you have in the UFC?
Daniel Argueta minus 180 over Miles Johns.
I'm actually on Miles Johns in that fight plus 150. I got a
Even
bunch
after
of
what
underdogs.
happened in his last fight?
Yeah, I know. Crazy. I'm on Tim Means, the Dirty Bird, plus 149. I'm on
Also on
Ricardo
my card.
Ramos, plus
Also on my card.
115. Tim Means.
Both of those, Ricardo and Tim Means. Looking for some values.
Tim Means plus 145. Ricardo Ramos plus 115. Plus
Greg, I also I have some bad news for you after this. We're gonna need to jump into golf for a second. Thanks.
All right, Matt. What else do you have in the UFC?
Give me AJ Fletcher plus 153 over Brian. Win the battle, not the war. He might win one round, but he won't win at all.
I'm also on AJ Fletcher in that matchup. Let's breeze through. Is that anything in the UFC?
No, but that guy will definitely win run round.
I have Dan.
All right.
Dan Ige versus Bryce Mitchell. I'm on Ige plus 172. Mike is sorry. No, it's not. It's Ige. I'm also on that with Mike, who's on it plus.
Also on my card. Give it to me.
Okay. And then, does anybody have anything other than the main event of Gamrot and Fazayev?
I'm in the main event. Whose picture was that? Was that Chris?
I shouldn't have done that.
What was that?
It's just a golf ball.
Okay.
I missed it.
Let's just move along.
Move on.
I don't even know what's going on. Then we'll go to the main event. Rafael Fazayev, Mateusz Gamrot could be a potential title fight eliminator or title shot awarded to the winner here. I'm on Gamrot hometown plus 130 for you. Mike going against the home country.
Oh, boo!
Minus 155. Mark, where are you at?
You know where I'm at, Greg. We're on all the same picks, it sounds like, so that's not good for me. But it is what it is.
No, it definitely is what it is. We'll quickly dip into golf then, Mark, if that's what you have.
Yeah, I remembered the Solheim Cup is up. So the Women's Ryder Cup, Solheim Cup is up. It starts tomorrow. I'm going to take the USA to win the Solheim Cup plus 110. The USA to lift the trophy plus 110. I'm going to take the correct score to be USA 15, Europe 13 at plus 1,200. And I'm also going to take Danielle Kang to have the winning point. And I just lost where that odds were. But I'll find it and let you know.
I'm in that too. I'm taking Tom Kim plus 1,800 first round bogey free. I'm taking Minwoo Lee plus 1,800 first round bogey free, and both Tom Kim and Minwoo Lee bogey free plus 10,000.
So hold on. It's plus 1,500 first round bogey free for Tom Kim.
18 for both of them.
So it's 1,800. The other one's Minwoo Lee.
Yep, and both of them together is plus 10,000.
That was plus 2,000 on Danielle Kang to have the winning point as well.
All right, so plus 10,000 for Matt's parlay. Mark, you have Danielle Kang winning point plus, what was it?
Plus 2,000. Winning point / half point. So let me get ahead.
Do you have anything in this random golf edition that we just did?
Dude,
nowhere?
The name of this Kazoo Open de France. The Kazoo Open is awesome.
I feel like I should have something because everybody's taking a shot at plus 10,000 odds here, but I don't have anything now.
All right. Then let's go.
Hop on the pick with me, Zed, because if you don't do that, this gives you a chance to win the whole thing.
What do you got?
Plus 10,000. Just say it. Say plus 10,000.
Plus 10,000.
And you're on.
Put it on my card.
All right, it's on his card.
On his card, right?
Plus 10,000, somebody pulls a kazoo out of the hole.
I think those odds would be less.
Which website are you on? How many X's did you put in?
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, my speaker's on. Whoops.
Let's go.
You just
Let's
hear a
go to
kazoo in the back.
Jesus Christ. I mean, this show is
Off the rails.
absolute rails. Let's go to the NFL, fellas. Week 3 is here. We're starting to get into the, a little bit more of a flow. I guess I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the show. But we kind of know a little bit more about teams and a little bit more about what to expect week in and week out from them. There's a lot of good matchups this week. I'll start with you, Matt, see where you're at. What?
Hit mute.
I'm gonna take.
Oh my god!
Are we in NFL?
Yeah.
All right, give me the Detroit Lions minus 175. I think they win the game. I think they don't cover, but I don't have faith in Atlanta, so I might as well just get the units while I can.
I'm starting right off Thursday night. The 49ers minus 10.5 at minus 110. I think that's a good start. Matt?
The Giants' defense stinks.
Yeah.
That's on my card, Greg.
With no Saquon, that's a real tough
What
tough
did they
run.
say his injury ended up being?
They're saying it's an ankle sprain. They didn't say high ankle sprain because I think Dave was trying to say that
He
he's
said goodbye ankle sprain.
They said ordinary ankle injury.
ordinary.
That was good. That was a stupid dad joke. I love that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But I'm on that as well, Greg. This Giants team has shown us 6 terrible football quarters and 2 good quarters of football against.
Dude, they saved me in my pick'em or my
but
Survivor.
They did.
only a two good quarters against a very bad team. So,
I'm in that too. Just you got to get started early with some early action. I got the over minus 44, 44 at minus 110.
So the Giants 49ers over 44 minus 110 for you.
Yeah, Danny Dimes coming up points late last week. Saquon's out. Niners put up points. I think it could be a good Thursday shootout.
Mike's on that Lions pick, Matt, but he's on the spread there, minus 3, minus 110 at Bovada.
Some
Ooh,
spread.
me too. I'm on that 3 or 3.5.
It was 3. It's 3 now. And
I'll take 3.
Minus 120, actually.
Ooh, I had 3.5 at even 2 hours ago. Lines are moving.
Well, that's the first displayed line. See if there's an alternate line. That's up to you.
No, I do early research. I'm a busy guy nowadays.
I understand that completely. I'm going next to the Buffalo Bills game. It's actually Mike's lock of the week. Minus 6.5. He's taking the Bills. Minus 110 against the Commanders. I'm also on the Bills. Minus 6.5. Minus 110.
also on the Bills.
Oh my God! If Matt's on it, we could be a podcast special.
What are we talking about?
I got Bills 6.5 minus 110. I also got the over in that game as well. Over 43 at minus 110.
I'm not touching that game.
Bills put up numbies. Commanders put up numbies against bad defenses, but this could be a numby shootout. Numby versus numby.
Nambi.
As I'm looking through these picks, I really don't enjoy this, but me and Mike are on a lot of the same ones. We're on the Dolphins, minus 6.5 at minus 110, taking on Denver in Miami. I feel like that can only go bad for us. Mark, what's your next one?
My next one, I'm going to take the Patriots, minus 2.5, minus 120 against the Jets. I think they get their first win here. Zach Wilson does not look good. And Mac Jones doesn't look bad. Heard today he has 11 touchdowns since like week 15 or 16 or something last year, which is tied for the league lead. So there you go.
Mike's on the Jets money line, plus 130.
What an idiot.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you. Matt, what's your next one?
I like a football team that we all like. Miami Dolphins minus 6.5 over the Denver Broncos.
-6.5, -110. I'm in that Seahawks game. The Seahawks taking on. Where'd it go?
Seahawks against the Panthers.
Yeah, but I don't know.
-6, -110.
All right, -6, -110. That's there it is. It's at the bottom there. -6, -110 on my card. Mike has the Jaguars -8, -110. Zed, your next one.
That is now -115. The Jags pick.
I got Tennessee plus 3.5 at earlier minus. Well, they were -120 earlier. Let's see. Okay.
Still there.
Oh, okay. Sorry, they got -1. They got 2 weeks of lines up on Bovada. They're very good with putting the lines out early. Yeah, Tennessee plus 3.5 -120 versus Cleveland. Everybody's gonna go on this line. So I feel like I'm a sucker because Cleveland lost people. Of course, they signed the other part of Chunt. They got the Hunt part back today.
Yeah, brought him back in.
So
you are a sucker.
We'll see how that works. It'll take
Soccer
a week or
under
two to
corner
get
kicker.
Mike's on the Chargers +1 -110, but I'm on the opposite side of this. I like the Vikings double dip +1 -115 and the Vikings -110. I just
love
don't
the
trust
over.
Brandon Staley.
Love the over.
Double dip. Wait, what's Brandon Staley doing?
He's the coach of the
Double-dipping.
Chargers.
Coach
so
of the
don't trust
Chargers.
him.
Oh, I thought maybe he was like playing quarterback. I didn't know who Brandon Staley was. I'm going to take the Chargers -110 and double dip -1, -105. I thought you were going to tell me like Herbert got hurt and he's playing quarterback.
No.
I was like, I don't know who that is.
I'm on the
Mark, you said you're on
over.
the over.
Yeah, I think that's a game that with a lot of firepower on offense, and honestly, it looks like their defenses are crap on both ends. So I think that game goes over 54 -110.
Zed, what's your next one?
I got under. Hate betting unders, but I got an under in the KC Chicago game. Under 48 still. I think at under 47.5 now. I'll take it at -110.
I just don't know if the Bears can get any offense going in that game, like at all. So
Yeah, I know.
No.
Everybody says KC only put up whatever they put up, 17 or something against Jacksonville last week. But
Yeah.
Justin Fields, you watched some of this stuff. He's not seeing things right now. Bears can't do anything.
no, I couldn't agree more. I'm on the Saints +2 -110, unless anything's changed since I wrote this down.
Nope.
So +2 -110 against the Packers. I think the Saints are better than they're getting credit for. I know it's going to be in Lambeau, but it is what it is. Matt, what's your next one?
We might as well just get it started. Philadelphia Eagles -220 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Philadelphia Eagles -4.5, -110. They win. They cover. They come home 3-0. 1 p.m. game against the Commanders. I'll be there. You'll be there. We'll all be there.
Matt will be buying you hot dogs. I'm on the Eagles
We will
-4.5.
have a phrase that pays next week for a hot dog.
-4.5, -110. It is my lock of the week for this week.
Damn.
Mike has the Eagles as well. I'm just going to finish Mike's picks. Mike has the Saints +115, and then the Bengals -2.5, -110, and the Bengals -140. So Mike's picks are done until the challenge. Mark, you said you're also on the Eagles -4.5.
Yeah, I was thinking of making them my lock, but now that it's your lock, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna pivot and make my lock a team that
All right,
I
boss.
hate. Pivot. All right, so I'm gonna pivot to a team that we hate. The Dallas Cowboys -11.5 against the Arizona Cardinals. I think that I don't know how the Cardinals score in this game, so I'm going to take the Cowboys minus the 11.5, and I'm going to make that my lock of the week. I think this is
everyone taking the Cowboys in their survivor pools this week.
Yes.
probably. So it's probably going to be a loss. So you're welcome. But I just don't know. I don't know. That defense is pretty nasty.
Zed, what's your next one?
I was waiting to load up on the Birds too. I'm gonna go alternate line. Excuse me. Birds -6.5 at +115. Birds first half also -6.5 +155, and then Birds total points in the first half over 13.5 even.
I like that. Really digging in to Bovada for it.
Coming out hot.
that
You could also,
that's hot.
I'll buy you 2 hot dogs if you say the phrase that pays, because nobody knows what I look like. So if you find me, I'll buy you 2 hot dogs.
Matt, what's your next one?
Pittsburgh Steelers to lose to the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday night.
Raiders.
Oh, wait, is that the Sunday night game?
Sunday night
Yep,
game. That's
it
the
is.
challenge.
Oh, I'm not actually picking that. I was just kidding. Titans plus 160. I like that a lot. Double dip on that as well. Plus 6, minus 110. The Cleveland Browns, I don't know if people know this. They stink. And I know the Titans stink, but they don't stink as bad as the Browns stink.
And newsflash, the Browns are going to stink more because Nick Chubb's not going to be on the field.
Exactly.
Shout out, or not shout out, but like
Shout out to Greg for fantasy pickup.
Thoughts and prayers to Nick Chubb because, you know, that was a nasty injury. Not his first nasty injury on TV either. So hopefully full recovery for Nick Chubb.
I do want to say, since Mark mentioned fantasy, last week's Matt was talking so much about how he won, he guys 150 points, 1-0, who's going to beat me? Guess who's 2-0 in the league? And where are you sitting now, Matt? Not in the lead. Zed's 2-0. Suck it.
I didn't
Suck
call you
parlay.
out.
Suck it.
I called out Mike. I don't know why you're being mean.
Suck it, Mike.
Yes.
Because you've won our fantasy twice, and I want to win one. You stink.
Two-time champ. Zed's made the playoffs 0 years in 5
Nope,
years.
1 year. Made it once 2 years ago.
And he lost that 47,000 points to 0.
I'm on the Bengals minus 2.5, minus 110 to close out my picks.
Keep
Matt,
talking
anything
crap,
else?
Zed. If my team's not good, Tyreek Hill is going to go right to your main competitor.
I gave you Patrick Mahomes last year. I let you win 2 years ago. I gave you Patrick Mahomes.
Wow, this is a recorded collusion, Greg.
Well,
this is
trade. It's just a trade.
No, you said I gave. You said I gave you.
He said, I let you win. I
let you win, and I gave you. We will put this out to the league. Thank you both, gentlemen. Do not cut this.
We got a Joe commissioner anyway.
We do, but I can't wait to get my belt back. I can't wait to get my belt back.
Self-admitted collusion.
I mean, first of all, Mark,
is it collusion if you trade in week 13?
First of all, Mark did not make the championship last year.
Doesn't matter.
No.
It would officially be Sharky's year.
The belt goes back to the previous owner.
Also, I traded him a second-round pick for Patrick Mahomes. There was no giving there.
No, there was
also, it was like week 12.
No,
could have lost though.
It was a trade.
This is going in front of the committee.
Is this because of the Delco alien thing still? Are you upset?
I've been watching Suits a lot, Mark. You'll not win in court.
Look at it. It's because of the alien thing.
It always comes back.
Football under corner kicks you, man.
All right, let's close it out. Mike, Matt, anything else in football outside of the challenge?
Nah, one more pick, though. Raiders, minus 150, minus 3, even as well.
What? None of that was English. So Raiders minus 150, and then minus 3
even as well.
And then on
So
my card.
not only did you hear it, it was English, and you understood it.
I guess. The Steelers, I guess, are plus 3 now at minus 120. So that's what I have on my card. And I also is my challenge pick, plus 3, minus 120 for you. Mike is also on the Raiders, the minus 3. It's on the card as well. Mark, what do you got?
Raiders, the Drexel Hill Raiders.
Is it on the card?
It's on the card.
Zed, close us out.
Josh Jacobs game.
My last pick. Actually, I'm on the Broncos against you. I'm at plus 6.5 Broncos.
Not what we asked.
Well, that's fine. No, he needed those picks too if he still had some. What's your pick in the challenge?
Oh, I don't know we're on there. What is it, Monday night game?
Sunday Night Football, Raiders Steelers.
Raiders Steelers. Sorry. First, shout out to Mikey. I'm the beef. You're the beef too, but I'm the beef, Mike.
That was the joke he had written.
Yeah, I had to get it in. I'm the beef all the time. I'll go Raiders minus 3.
Raiders minus 3 at even money. Fellas, very fun show, very fun week. Zed, don't be a stranger. I'm sure we'll need you back sooner rather than later. So,
Feel like
Appreciate it.
a stranger.
all right, fellas.
All right.
Well, I don't know what's going on. YouTube.com/theunderdog, Twitter @Bettors Delight, all that fun stuff. MacronePicks.com. Fellas, let's go win some bets.